A new breed of young entrepreneurs have made the decision to take their destinies in their hands. They are determined to not only improve their lives, but to also positively impact the lives of others. With a burning determination to succeed, they are establishing businesses in diverse sectors of the Nigerian economy, including the media, information technology, entertainment, and manufacturing. This series examines their journey to imminent success. Welcome to the Future Force. Ugo Edmund is a young businessman with plans to make a significant impact on both the Nigerian entertainment and hospitality industries. He is the CEO of both Don Corleone Cribx Records, a music record label, and Cribx Impressions, a wine and champagne company. Ugo received his secondary education in Nigeria and then proceeded to both the United Arab Emirates and the United Kingdom for his tertiary education. He worked for a number of firms in the UAE, gathering extensive experience with one goal in mind: starting his own company.
I was opportune to work with major few real estate developers in Dubai, like KM Properties, it's a big developer, Almas Real Estate, Damak, and then KPMG. So I worked with these companies before opening my own company, a consulting firm in Dubai, which was registered in Dubai as Capital Homes LLC. So this was engaged in mortgage advisory, property acquisitions, refinancing, mortgage subrogation. And my experience in working with these companies, had been the bedrock for my creativity in, doing business and establishing my own company and my brand.
After several years of schooling and working abroad, Ugo made the decision to return to Nigeria. He closed down his real estate business and relocated to Lagos.
I moved back to Nigeria in 2012. Yes, so I had shut down every other business I have in Dubai, aside from the properties, which are a form of investment for me.
His entrepreneurial spirit led him to immediately begin searching for investment opportunities in the country. As a young boy, Ugo had a passion for music and was even a member of his church choir. This passion never left him, and he realized that he now had an opportunity to turn it into a business venture.
I'm passionate about music, and it was a major hobby for me growing up as a child in the Anglican church. And at a point, I was in the choir, and also became a band leader in the church. So anybody, or most people who met me during my tender years, believe that at some point in life I'll be doing this. So it's not by accident. Music, like I said, is my passion. And when I moved back to Nigeria, I looked at some opportunities that, will crave my indulgence to start up or kickstart a business. And the music industry is, as you know, is quite big now. And like they say, the entertainment industry is second to the oil industry in Nigeria. And as a businessman, I had to look into that aspect and try to make my inputs and as well to actualize that long-age dream. So the music came first.
The Nigerian music industry had begun to experience tremendous growth, and he made the decision to establish a record label with a view towards tapping into this growth, both as a record label owner and an artist. Ugo's view is that the Nigerian music industry is gradually evolving into a globally recognized brand, and he's determined to make DCCR a major player.
Nigerian music industry has come to stay. You know, it has been reinvigorated. The industry has been re-engineered and reinvented, and the stakeholders are not leaving any stone unturned in making Nigerian music a globally accepted music genre. And that's why you see a lot of Nigerian artists winning international music awards. And don't be surprised, Cribx will definitely be winning one of the big awards like Grammy, amongst other international music awards.
Ugo has signed 2 artists to DCCR. Alibi is an industry veteran with significant experience on the Nigerian music scene. A long-standing fan of the artist, Ugo saw the opportunity to sign him to DCCR as a coup for his fledgling label.
If you look for too long, you might just burn. She's like a smoking gun that can shoot anytime if you don't run. Her eyes are just like the star that will shine in the dark no matter how far. She makes me drink in the bar. I need someone to come help me drive my car.
Alibi is one of those artists in Nigeria that, you know, I'll put it this way, that I was a major fan of Alibi during the time of Defo Clan. His group, you know, he had a music group before that he formed. And then when I moved back to Nigeria, I had few artists that I was working with then. You know, I was to sign them, but a lot of things happened, so it didn't work out. So it was during that process that I met Alibi in a studio where we were recording, and he approached me and you know, told me he was looking for an opportunity to be signed under a label. And I just opened my record label then, so I've not signed any artist officially. So then I looked at his works, and then I felt we could do something bigger, and I decided to sign him. But first, I was his major fan, you know. So, and that's you know contributed immensely to him getting signed under my label.
The other artist signed to the label is Ruthless Diva, a promising female artist with the potential to also be a major player in the industry.
Yeah, I have a female artist that goes by the name Ruthless Diva. She also has a single out, her first single, which I was featured in that single. The video was shot last November in Pretoria, alongside Alibi's video and one other artist called Sim 19. It was also a collaboration between me and Sim 19. No, but he's not an artist signed under my label.
Ugo also saw an opportunity to make a move into the niche market of wines and champagnes. He decided to take advantage of the experience he had gathered from his stints as both an employee and an employee of labor and deploy it into this new business venture.
For the wine business, being part of my profession, I've done a lot of business development. I'm very versatile with projects management, open market operations, and globalization, market penetrations, and all that. So this in-depth knowledge helped me also to look into creating a business for myself. And that is why I dabbled into the wine business. It's a new product in the market, and there are, like I said, ups and downs in any business, and so far so good. I've had the first consignment of my products, and based on my own forecast, I was expecting it was going to take a long period, like up to a month or two, to get them disposed. But surprisingly, within 2 weeks, everything was gone. And as I'm talking with you, I have a lot of orders from hotels, from clubs and bars, lounges, and our branded stores that have had the first consignment of my products. Based on these demands, of course, we can have a projected forecast, and we can say that within the next 1 year, this is where we'll be, the products, with our brand affiliations and everything. So, so far so good. It's doing well. It's not easy to start a new business, like introducing a new product in the market, and getting it far to the level where it is right now. Here is one of my wines. This is the white wine. It's called Cribx Whiteberry. The Cribx is the trademark. So this is semi-sweet white wine. It's made of Chardonnay. And then here is a Cribx Raspberry. There's a smooth red wine. It's made of Shiraz and Merlot. It's not sweet like the white wine. It's a smooth red wine. And here is a Cribx Blackberry, which so many people think is their favorite because it's a sweet wine and it's not red like the raspberry. The color is purple. So it's one of the best choice for my clients. Then I have a champagne also, the Cribx Rosé and Cribx Brut. These champagnes are made in France. As you know, you cannot have a champagne from any other country except if it's from France. So because from the invention of champagne, it was a wine produced in Campania, an area in France. So that's why it goes by that name, champagne. It's meaning Campania. So if the product, if the wine is not produced in that area and licensed by the Champagne Association, it will not be recognized as a champagne. Rather, we have so many other drinks in the range of champagne. I'm not going to mention their names, but they are not recognized as champagne. Rather, they are called sparkling wine.
Like most new businesses in Nigeria, Ugo was faced with difficulties that included power, logistics, and product pricing, a situation he was eventually able to overcome.
We have a lot of challenges in the entertainment industry, but I think I've been blessed with, working with the right, team, and what is important for us is to have a good product and the material which the market lacks. But nonetheless, you also believe with me that there are a lot of challenges in Nigeria which multinationals and local companies do face in Nigeria, especially in the area of power, diesel density, logistic networking, and the inappropriate product pricing. So these are normal in Nigeria. So
he was also confronted by a more daunting challenge. Several people offered to guide him through the challenging business terrain, and being a new entrant, he decided to take up some of these offers. This almost turned out to be a tragic mistake. He lost some of his initial investment capital and considered quitting the music business altogether. But he persevered and is convinced he has finally been able to find the right team to assist in actualizing his vision for his businesses.
There are ups and downs in the formation and initial startup of any business. And starting up my business, and building a big brand like this, you must know you meet a lot of people, different kind of people and characters, both honest and dishonest people alike. And most especially in the entertainment industry like ours, there are a lot of mediocre. And such people see this as a fast way to rip off the new entrepreneurs in the business. And these areas, such areas, like the publicity, the PR, the media, the artist management. I, for one, I've had my first, fair share of this ugly experience. In the first set of people I was exposed to start up this business with, I lost a lot of money, my hard-earned money, and at the end of the day, everything was an inexplicable mirage. So, but I was frustrated, though. At some point, I thought of giving up the quest for this. But then, on a second thought, and for my personal belief that winners don't quit, and quitters never win, I continued to, propel and paddle my canoe till I met the right set of people I'm working with right now. And that's why we are here. And we are now trying to dictate the pace for the facade of the Nigerian music industry right now.
So far, he is pleased with the direction his businesses are taking. Alabai's new single appears to be doing well and earning good reviews.
We are already succeeding. We're already doing well. First, my artist single, Ogbanje, is doing well in the industry. At the moment, is about number 3 on Yellow MTN Top 10 jobs. It's on number 3 spots. And is virtually in almost all the top charts in the country right now, both on TV and on radio. Well, it's not by magic. It's not by any works of magic, but I think is first I'm spontaneous, and my artist also is he's a workaholic. We've been working day and night to making sure that every loopholes are covered. We reach out to our fans in the online community, through our Facebook fan page, through Twitter, and through different social media networks, the blogs, and then through the media, like the radio, the TV, magazine, and through all the aspects that are available to us. And it's showing out clearly on the charts. And the demand for his next single, which is almost completed and will be dropping any time from now.
He's also satisfied with his wine and champagne business, which is currently exceeding forecasts and projections. Ugo is satisfied that he is on the path he has always dreamed for himself.
I've always, dreamt of running my own business. I never wanted to work for anybody. I've always wanted to be my own boss. And during those years that I was working with companies, I was building myself, trying to get, ideas and skills that will propel me to, the level where I'll be able to handle my own business, run it, efficiently, in the way that I will minimize costs and maximize profits. And these experiences have really worked so well for me, and I think those days of working for companies were, and I received salaries and commissions, were really fascinating, and it helped to build me to be able to handle this very, let me call it an uphill task.
Ugo Don Corleone Edmond is determined to make Cribx Impressions a major player in the beverage industry. Future plans include expansion to other countries in Africa and the Middle East, and possible listing on the Nigerian Stock Exchange.
For my companies, but in particular Cribx Impressions, my wine company, in the next 10 years, that's a decade. I see Cribx standing shoulder to shoulder with companies like Dangote, and then competing favorably with multinational companies. Also, I see Cribx in other African countries and the Middle East. And as you are aware, Cribx wine is produced in South Africa. So I have a free trade in South Africa, which means my product is sold in South Africa and in Nigeria. So in the next 10 years, based on my projected forecast, Cribx will be mentioned on the floor of the Nigerian Stock Exchange, and is going to be a household name.
DCCR is poised to overcome the challenges of a new entrant in the industry. His vision is to make the label one of the biggest in the country.
So many people have called me to say they want to be part of DCCR. It's a new record label, no doubt. But there are other record labels that have been there before us, but we're not afraid. This is a mountain, and we are in a competitive market. So it depends on your skills, on your abilities to stand up firm and dictate the pace. And that's what we are doing. We're not leaving any stone unturned. And I'll only, indulge you to look at to what DCCR is transforming to be. By 2014, which is a few months from now, DCCR will be one of the biggest record labels you can think of in the country. I'll be having collabs with other international artists. We're talking with a few of them now, so before the end of next year, we would have had a lot of collabs with international artists, very known international artists.
With 2 thriving businesses and entrepreneurial skills acquired over the years, Ugo Edmund is determined to make a mark in his chosen business lines. He is undoubtedly a future force.